Y'all
Yeah.
crazy, man. Welcome to the Third Perspective Podcast. We back, man, after how long we been gone, bro? Two,
Uh,
3 weeks?
about 3 weeks for sure. Has it
3
been
weeks,
three?
more. Yeah, bro. Motherfuckers been traveling for work and shit. We finally all back home base for a
Yeah.
couple weeks. And then, me and Quan back outside, you know what I'm
That boy said we back outside. I don't even know what that means, brother.
saying? Hey,
Y'all
we
better
going
not.
ain't even
I'm not tripping. We gone for a couple of days. We gonna dibble and dabble and things of
we
that
got
nature.
we got a 5-room B&B. I'm gonna need all 5 rooms, my nigga. Simple. But welcome to the Third Perspective Podcast.
No comment for me. You got it.
Welcome to
You got that
Perspective
one.
Pod. Yeah, we got to keep them separate rooms, twin. But welcome to the Third Perspective Podcast, man. We back after a couple weeks hiatus. I got my boy to the left, Mister that guy himself. You know what I'm saying, Mister Kickbox your ass. You know what I'm saying?
My brother up top
Kick
on
him
me.
up. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, come on.
And then I got my boy Miles. And then I got Mr. Red
Yes,
Flag as
sir.
always. Bro, I
As
like get like you with the
always.
hoodie over the dreads. I'm trying to get like Quan when I get older. You know what I'm saying?
Call me old, my
I'm gonna tell y'all something, bro.
When he get older.
Bro, I was talking to this girl one day and she started asking me about Quan. I almost hung up on her ass. I ain't even gonna lie. I'm like, damn. For real?
nigga. I can't live life, brother.
She was like, where Quan at?
That's crazy. Nah,
And this nigga, Mr. Red Flag, bro. He gonna take
Hey,
he gonna take your girl, he gonna take your auntie, he gonna take your,
we
whatever,
love.
man. Simple.
I don't
I
want to.
have seen the auntie one.
Yeah, the auntie for sure.
I have seen
I
the
didn't
auntie
have
in
an
person.
auntie in my day, but not as much as this guy, man.
All right, bro. Let's go ahead and get to the point,
All
man.
right,
Look,
let's-
man. Look. I'm gonna go ahead and take over. Y'all boys is
Yeah,
wild.
go ahead and take over, man.
All right, man. So look, we've been going for 3 weeks, man. Let me start off with a mental health check. How y'all doing, bro?
Good, man.
Headspace
Man,
clear.
mentally, I'm cool, bro. I'm a nigga trying to get back right after a little tough couple weeks, but
Mhm.
mentally, I'm straight, bro. Like I'm starting to get back in that peaceful flow state mode. So,
Love that for you, big dog. Love it. How's you good with work? Everything solid with your life?
Yeah, everything's solid, man. Just been working, taking care of business, handling.
All right, love to hear that from y'all young boys.
That's about it.
Been a little minute, boy.
How was the travels? Travels all good?
Man, work travels is fantastic. I put a lot of names and faces. I'm not gonna speak too much on that, but a whole bunch of new faces. But all I know is we take steps towards the big leagues. It ain't just or moving forward. It's just gonna be me on my work trips as opposed to me and my little manager. So,
Good.
coming to the city near you. Except
ahead.
Vegas, because I'm not going back to Vegas again with all this shit.
red flag outside, y'all. I'm telling you.
With all this
Man.
respect, I'm not.
Outside, boy.
No. I'm not gonna be in Vegas again.
Summertime, let that nigga fool y'all, bro.
It is summertime.
Summertime.
He on a cut, too.
And he couldn't. Yeah, shit crazy.
The only thing I'm gonna say is, because it's already been stamped, but DFW November, I'm in you. Shit, make the face all you want. Me and DFW, brother. I'm in you.
Hey,
Nah.
you know what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? Hey, y'all heard him. He
brother.
in you.
Bro, let me. All right.
He in you.
Let me finish. Hold up, because I knew he's gonna do that, right?
He inside you, huh?
Who is he?
DFW. He inside you.
You gotta go, gang. But nah, so in Dallas, November, I'm doing the November High Rocks for Dallas. So
Oh, yeah.
I'm getting myself prepared prior to, which is why I'm on the cut. Probably gonna be close to like 190 on the cool. By the time I accommodate, but lean, hopefully 9% body fat. Whatever the case may be. But I'm just ready to compete, man. So like I just said, dog, November 2026, DFW. I'm in you.
Write it down.
I'm in you, DFW. Me and you.
It's crazy.
No, hey.
And everybody else up in there, too.
Oh, and I don't care about them, brother. It's just me versus me. That's my mindset.
That's very true. That's
my
very
mindset.
true.
But man, let's go ahead and get started, brothers. I don't want to take too much of the lovely listeners' times. So we can start off with a little banger, right? Let me ask y'all a question. Why is enough never enough?
Oh, we start.
Why is enough never enough?
Yeah, let me hear your thought process on that, brother.
Man, here's the thing. The reason enough never is enough, you can put it in two aspects, right? you can put it in a positive aspect or a negative aspect. Positively, enough is never enough is because no matter how much you do, you trying to achieve something, you know what I'm saying, trying to achieve a certain standard. Once you get to that standard, you know what I'm saying, it's always something else that you want to get at next, right? So you get that mindset of enough is never enough. You know what I'm saying? It's like, bro, I did this, but shit, now I gotta go even more crazy. You know what I'm saying? I made this amount of this much money, amount of money. Damn, now I gotta make some more. You know what I'm saying? I got this leaner, now I gotta get even more leaner. So when you had that enough is never enough mentality when it comes to that, you know what I'm saying, it can be very positive. And it's all just because you want to be better. You want to continue to move the needle forward, right? So that's a good way to have enough is never enough mentality. Now on the other aspect, the negative aspect, that's mostly like, I would like to say like the relationship aspect of like you feel like you doing a good amount for a person and you feel like it's never enough for them type shit. So it kind of mess with you mentally. Like you let's say if we was in a relationship, I ain't in a relationship, I'm single. Let's say if I was, right, and I had my girl always complaining about, oh, you don't never take me on here, you don't never take me there, or you ain't never did this, you ain't never did that. That can be some enough is never enough shit that can really mess with your head in a negative way because it make you feel like you ain't doing what you need to do. When in reality you is, you just, you know what I'm saying, that person not seeing the value that you add into their life. So that's how I view it. It's good and bad. Just depends on what context you're trying to see it in. But obviously, we want to choose the context as in we want to be better, and not the context of we not enough for somebody.
I think you hit a great few points. I think for me, the reason I kind of wanted to discuss it was, I think for most people, we either get comfortable or we settle, right? And that's where everything dies, right? Creativity dies, your ambition dies, your hustle dies. The moment you get comfortable and accept it as your reality. So when you settle, you get comfortable, you say, okay, this is enough. The answer should be no. You should always be striving to be better in every single aspect in your life, whether that's physically, mentally, emotionally, you know, whatever stats you want to utilize, but like you should always be striving to be better, regardless if it's 1% or not, right? And it's not for you to just push yourself every single day, to strive to be better. It's a choice you have to make, right? You choose to settle. You choose to say, okay, I'm fine here. And I'm not saying once you get into a relationship or once you get to, the highest level that you need to, stop. But I definitely believe in that in order to get what you want to get in this life and set the standard of being the man that you want to be and, being the embodiment of who you want your kids to be, to look up to, right? It's not being satisfied with the things you already have. Like, yes, you already achieved this. You already got this goal. You already hit this certain point, whatever you got set for yourself. But that should be the baseline, right? Once you get it, that becomes your new baseline. Your new job is to expand and grow past that, as a person, right? This entire life is for experiences and to figure things out and to try new things out, whether it works or not. There is no right or wrong in this world, with all due respect. And I say that on the sense of there is no one way to answer to answer one question. There's different ways you can get to the answer. It's the journey in between that defines everything and makes it that much more worth it. So again, it's just making a choice saying, hey, I'd rather not settle. I'd rather not say this is enough. Keep on striving no matter what age you at or whatever's going on. Like it's going to pass, but it's going to make you a better person as long as you just keep on going on and keep your head in the game, stay focused. And that's just my takeaway from that input and why I want to talk on it.
I like that perspective.
Appreciate it, gang.
What makes you gravitate towards, I guess, that sort of viewpoint for, I guess, like, how do you dang, I forgot the question I was going to say. How do you measure your personal goals? And then how do you also readjust your goals if you said haven't met them or may not be as realistic. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, I think that's another thing itself. So the main priority when you're setting goals, or like Jay refers to it as setting standards, is that you don't aim for something that's super achievable, right? You don't just aim for this. You don't aim for the sky, and once you the sky, you stop there, right? When you say, like, I think back in the day, people used to say aim for the stars or shoot for the moon, something like that, right? It's an unachievable goal because you're not going to do it. But the whole thing is that journey and how close you get by a set timeline, which my thing is start setting dates on things you want to achieve because it gives you a realistic timeline to knock it out. If you don't reach that point, you can just look back in your journey and say, okay, cool, from A to Z, what did I accomplish over this entire journey? And my reason for thinking the way I do and shifting to that mindset is primarily because I've seen so many people around me just settle. Right. And these are older folk, people who've already, you just accepted life for what it is. They didn't lost their thrive, their creativity, their drive to just be a better person. And it's not intentionally, it's just the world sucks it out of you. And I never want to lose that drive for me. And I want to be that person for my kids that say, hey, you put your head down and you get to it, you're going to figure it out. And whether it's my kids or somebody on the internet sees it and they share it with their kids or however it gets spread, it's just a different perspective showing that, hey, as a black man in a world where you already seen from a negative aspect, and me looking the way I do, locks, tall, jacked, right? That's not something the world
Black.
wants. Word. That's not something
Crazy.
But like in a realistic standpoint, that I'm already at an unfair advantage, right? If I compare myself to and I'm not gonna say no nothing like that, but it's an unfair advantage growing up for me. But seeing me with the same work ethic as everybody else, or even 10 times hungry, or seeing me with the same goals of, oh, I'm one of yours, right? Same goals as probably everybody else in the world, some other person, right? But it's just, I guess, seeing a person of color do it, right? And not through the means of, the standard route of sports, right? Or making music. It's an alternative route that you went and got it on your own, you figured something out, and you stuck with it, and this works for you.
100%.
But it's really on creating my own path and making sure that I'm constantly testing myself to be a better person.
I think you right about that. What you said about seeing somebody of color in that position.
Mm-hmm.
It means a lot, whether you know it or not, whether it's small, little, anything like that. It means a lot to you. Means a lot to me. Probably means a lot to Jalen, being a manager as well. Like, I think it's oftentimes overlooked, but you're in that position. You've worked that hard. You know what I'm saying? It's time to ditch the survival guilt and actually, yeah, I'm supposed to be here.
Yeah. Yeah, it's also another thing, like don't get stuck in it. Like don't get comfortable. Once you make it out, like we never had like not super bad struggles where we had come out the trap or something like that. But at the same time, that mindset is implanted on us, right? Which is why we vibe with the music we vibe to, or listen to, move a certain type of way when we're out in public, right? But it's still the same thing. Like you can't get comfortable once you make it out the position you was in before. Right. But once you feel like you finally made it, you like everybody else, no, you can't get comfortable.
At the end of the day, comfort kills.
Exactly.
It doesn't necessarily kill the person. I mean, it can, but like you said, comfort kills creativity, aspirations, just everything. But I think you're right. I think you and Jalen are correct. I think short-term and long-term goals would help that as well. Like you said, putting times to dates, you know what I'm saying, and promises to dates and times. You're only holding yourself accountable, and by that you can actually see progress and the process of everything going on.
Yeah.
And then, I mean, y'all pretty much said it. Like the struggle is the experience, and you have to learn how to enjoy the experience before you actually anytime you see a victory, like a victory ribbon or any finishing line. You got to enjoy the race. You got to enjoy the process of it. There's actually there's a movie called Heat, and one of my favorite quotes is they're about to do I'm not gonna ruin it, but they're about to do like a big bank heist, and it's crazy. They probably won't make it back. Just the regular, the usual like climax of a movie sort of situation. this is like the end of the movie. They've been through all this stuff, and it's like you can walk away. You can walk away with your family. You can walk away with the money that we've earned so far. Just letting you know, there's just one more job that's on the table. And he says, "No, I'm in," because to me, the action is the juice. And to me, that whole quote just sticks with me because the action is the experience. The juice is what you're doing. Like that's what you're aspiring for it. So when you look at it like that, I mean, it kind of just boldly puts it in your face that it's the experience. That's the only thing you got to fall in love with is the experience. And yes, that is the trials and tribulations, because if you don't love the trials and tribulations, you fake. Like, you have to enjoy everything or get nothing. If you don't love the struggles, then you get nothing. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, bro, there's a reason we call you the quote man, dog. You over here with the heavy ones.
No, not at all.
Notebook, bro.
Not at all.
My notebook, that nigga said the action is the juice almost. Just on my chair.
Listen, bro, it's real.
Just on my chair, man.
Look, everybody should go watch Heat. It's a little corny, it's a little old school, but it's just good.
You want to go rob a bank for real shit? That's the juice.
Hey, bro, we about to go hit that little
Juice is
the business. Oh boy. Hey, brother.
Look, we can load it up.
What you mean? Two left feet.
Hey, I got the bit right here now.
We ain't getting there.
Started, boy.
Hey, bro, we ain't getting there, man. We about to
I
go.
probably got to re-download it.
And we on 2K or what?
You got to re-download that too, probably.
I ain't bro. My game been packed.
What year 2K it is?
Jay, 26, the same year we in. That's all I know. Look, brother.
They probably got me fried on there. I ain't even gonna lie. I'm trying to dribble move, get punched in the mouth.
This man talking about dribble move, brother. I'm talking about
fuck me up, boy. Pause.
My PlayStation about to get sold, gang. Hey. That's the last time I touched that day.
Hey, bro, I'm proud of you, G.
I'm proud of you. I'm proud of both y'all. I don't even touch y'all stuff. I let it go. What? Last year? Late last year?
I picked it back up, but it's only because I be analyzing the sports and shit.
Hey, brother, we not one.
It does help with the sports. It does help with the sports.
Yeah,
but hey,
Folios, dog.
You get on when I got time, bro. Shoot.
Hey, bro, your piece is your piece. You know, what if it's 30 minutes a day, 15 minutes a day? However you get your piece, how you get your piece, gang.
Nah, bro, I ain't finna play the game, bro. I suck.
Sorry, bro. We don't play to win. We play to have fun. That's why I don't play no more.
I'm trying to I'm trying to win, bro.
That part his whole section get cut out.
He on the my courts.
And what?
I'm about to spam the same dribble move till I win. Care. So
I got you. All right, cool. Since you want spam stuff, right? All right. Since you a spammer, gang, let me go ahead and ask you a question.
What's up?
How would you describe, or how would you tell somebody else how to escape the victim mentality?
How to escape the victim mentality?
Yeah. How would you escape the victim mentality nowadays, knowing what you know?
Knowing what I know?
If you had to start fresh, clean slate.
Clean slate. How would I escape the victim mentality? Bro, here's the thing, bro. I used to stay with a victim mentality, bro. Like, when I was younger, I used to point the finger at everybody, bro. Like, even something simple as like, oh, y'all ever heard that saying when y'all was in school and y'all teacher gave y'all a bad grade and you was like, she gave me an F, and she was like, nah, you earned the F. That's that quote right there is, I ain't give you nothing, you earned it. That shit stuck with me, bro. Cause it's like, if you really think about it, our actions, our daily actions, the things we choose to do, there's consequences behind all of that. You know what I'm saying? And the one thing we can't control is how we act and how we move in every situation. And when I was younger, I used to act and move in every situation. And then when I would get my consequence, I would try to blame somebody else.
Mm-hmm.
I got my car. I wrecked my car, totaled my car. Man, I shouldn't have went. This nigga was asking me to come pick him up. I should eat. That's the reason why I got... No. You should have stayed your ass home. You ain't know how to drive like that yet.
Mm-hmm.
Right? You lost your whip, playing around, trying to go be fly, trying to be outside. Now you ain't got no car to drive. That your fault.
Yeah.
That your fault, nigga. Right? Or like shit, you dealing with a chick and she stopped talking with you and she ghost you or whatever. And you like, man, fuck that girl. She ain't. You know what I'm saying? It's like, nah. You were being too needy. You were being too extra. You were being too insecure. That's your fault. That's your fault.
So
Right?
let me ask you a question,
That's
gang.
your fault. Not in all situations,
No,
but
no, you
get
good.
it. You know what I'm saying? It's like,
So
what you about to say?
let me ask you a question. Yeah. So you feel like the victim mentality comes from a lack of awareness?
Yeah, like lack of self-awareness or like self-assessment. Like
Mm,
you'll be genuinely thinking that, oh, this happened because of this. And it's like,
mm-hmm,
no, it happened because you reacted like this or you decided to make this action. You knew what it was in the beginning, right? It's just like being out of shape. I know if I eat caniac combos every night and get a DoorDash and Uber to my house, I'm gonna get fat. That ain't nobody's fault but my fault. And I'm broke too because I keep spending money on these Uber fees. That's my fault.
mm-hmm.
That ain't nobody's fault. That ain't the delivery driver for bringing, oh, he should have never delivered me the food. I wouldn't have ate it. That ain't my mama fault for not stopping me. Who
Right.
my mama gonna tell me not to order myself no food? No, you grown, you got your own money.
Right.
She's not gonna come and tell you need to stop eating that. No, that ain't my mama fault. That's my decision I gotta make.
Mm-hmm.
So I can't blame nobody. I can't get mad when people don't respect me to the fullest because I'm out of shape. That's
Mm-hmm.
my fault. Get in shape. That's just the truth. And like once you get out of that victim mentality and start to realize this is how I operate. And it's not the truth, but it saved me from a lot of shit. Even when it's not your fault, it's your fault.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And what I mean by that is always something either you can control it from your actions or you can control it from how you react. Maybe somebody decided to walk up on you and just hit you in your motherfucking mouth. Wow. You got the choice to shit. We about to get it cracking, and we about to both get in some legal situation or go to jail or whatever, get the shit popping or pull out the guns or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Or you can just be like, hey, bro, I ain't even finna get into all that. I'm finna walk away. You know what I'm saying? Now, if nigga hopping on you trying to kill you, yeah, you got to defend yourself. But I'm just saying, like, you got the opportunity to just be the bigger person and just let me de-escalate this shit and make it pop more. You know what I'm saying? You got the choice right there to react. That's all on you. You can make this shit bigger than what it is, or you can de-escalate. We always got that choice for the most part. Some things you just can't control. You gotta do what you gotta do. But for the most part, everything, even when it's not your fault, it's your fault. You know what I'm
So when did you make that shift from victim mentality to ownership of your situation?
saying? Really, bro, when I was working these jobs, right? And I would be like, oh, like how we was talking about earlier, we don't get the opportunities as Black men to move up in our companies and stuff like that. I used
Mm-hmm.
to point the finger. I used to be like, oh, it's because of this, it's because of that. Like they don't do this, that, or that. And shit, maybe that should have been the truth. Maybe it was the truth, right? But it's like, there's nothing that I can do to control that at the end of the day. The only thing I can do is control me and become undeniable. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? To the point to where it's like, okay, even if that is the case, even if I do gotta work a little bit harder than the next motherfucker, I can. I can do that.
Mm-hmm.
There's nothing in the rules that says I can't. I'm not allowed to do that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So yeah, cool. If I gotta work a little harder, oh well, okay, I'll do it. Whatever I need to do. You know what I'm saying? And that's when I started to realize, bro, if you just become undeniable, it's like, you don't need to point the finger. You don't need to blame nobody else. Just become so motherfucking cold that they can't. It's nothing they can say. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that shit helped me in work. That shit helped me in relationships with women and friendships and business, whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's funny, bro, because I had this girl tell me one day, right? She was like, damn. like I respect the fact that you know what you deserve type shit. You know what I'm saying? It's like you don't put up with no bullshit. And it's like like you self-confident enough to know that like I'll put myself in a position and put in the work to where it's like I'm not worried. Like I could lose you today and I'll be cool. Not because I say that like to somebody's face, but it's just the way you move. You know what I'm saying? It's like, yeah, it's gonna hurt. Yeah, it's ass, right? But at the same time, it's like, I'll be cool. The fuck? You know what I'm saying? And you just walk with that level of confidence because you know that even if it's not your fault, you can control what you can control, and you're gonna come out better in the situation because you're gonna handle that shit how you need to handle it. You know what I'm saying? You're not gonna point the finger. You're not gonna, oh, I can't believe this. This girl did this to me, or this and that. And then it's like you might feel like that in your head, but at the same time, it's like, all right, bro, this is what happened. How you about to move now? You gonna put up with their bullshit, or you gonna move on, or you gonna keep nagging these motherfuckers, or you gonna move on? It wasn't your fault, but it's still your fault. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Because if you keep nagging them, it's your fault. They ain't already showed you what it was. They ain't already showed you how they view you. What's your value to them? So you just be like, bro, you gonna keep trying to be in their face, or you gonna shit take your talents to South Beach like Bron. You know what I'm saying? Take your talents back to Cleveland. Take your talents to LA. Like go to
Right.
Dallas, Fort Worth. You know what I'm saying? We in you. You know what I'm
Hey,
saying? Whatever we got to do.
hey, brother, you go where
So
Crazy,
you go where
crazy
you
verbiage.
no.
go where you celebrate it, not where you tolerate it.
Hey, brother, say it again real quick.
Go where you celebrate it, not where you tolerate it.
That's
Hey,
a
man,
nice one.
for
That's a
sure.
nice
Set
one.
your
And
peace, man.
if you move like that, and that's just free game. Free game. When it comes to business, when it comes to work, go whatever. Go where you celebrate it, not where you tolerate it. You feel like a motherfucker tolerating you, then shit, go. They ain't gotta tolerate you no more. Don't even worry about it. Don't even worry about it. You ain't gotta tolerate nothing.
Mm.
You might need some Tylenol. How about that? Because you're gonna have a headache once you figure it you fucked up. You're gonna have a headache. You're gonna be sick. Sick to your stomach. But when it comes to victim mentality, bro, that's kind of how I view it. Like, if it's not your fault, it's still your fault. And how you react, you can always control how you react, how you move. So it don't even matter.
Yeah. Miles, you want to add something to it?
Nah, I mean, like, I think Jalen pretty much explains it pretty well. That pretty much everything is just you got to experience it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like you have to take ownership of yourself, your responsibilities. Like you have to get your accountability dialed in. Like that, and that starts from us as kids, like taking accountability for emotions, taking accountability for like your dirty ass room, taking accountability for like blase, all the way to now, where you have to take accountability for your actions, and your responses. And now this is being brought into like a workspace or a relationship, which is a lot more I don't want to say sensitive, but it's a lot more at stake, right? So you kind of have to move a little bit more carefully in certain instances, of course. Just experiencing, making yourself undeniably so. And like again, this goes to, like, from you as a worker, from you as a individual at like a workspace, into a relationship. Is like, what do you come to the table with? How prepared are you for work? How prepared are you for the work that you have to do in a relationship, or the work that you may or may not have to do in a relationship? You know what I'm saying? We know the on time worker who checks all the boxes, double checks, writes things down, takes notes. We know he's good. We know he's straight. He's dedicated. He's always going to do his thing. He's showing up. He's hitting numbers. He's doing his stuff. And then you got this. You got, of course, somebody who probably doesn't have it all going on. Probably doesn't have it all together. Probably blames others for some of his own actions or his own outcomes.
Mm-hmm.
Things don't just happen to you. I hate to do this again, but okay, man. In Atlanta, they're like, okay, y'all ever see the episode? It's the Alligator Man episode, and Donald Glover, Donald Glover, who is Earl. He's Earl in the movie or Earl in the TV show,
Okay.
and his uncle is the Alligator Man. It's Cat Williams. Either way, Cat's character has something happen to him, right? Something happened in the past. It breaks up the family. Like very traditional. Like if you're ever in an African American household, you know that hey, something big happened. Maybe we don't talk about it. It's the family secret. Like you know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah. Mom be like, you don't say shit to nobody about this shit.
right. It's a very true and very real thing, and so it's being brought up in this like confrontation, and they're going back and forth in the living room, and he just Earl, Donald Glover's character, just tells him like, you know, you used to be cool, but you just let some shit happen to you. You were just a dude that let shit happen. You know, you didn't really have it. You didn't really have a plan. You just let some shit happen and didn't take accountability for your actions or your future. But I think I'm not going to say it's not increasingly hard in this day and age, right? But I'm not going to say it's right. I'm not going to say it's rightfully so. We have a lot of oppression right now. We have a lot of things going on, of course. But I think the joy that we need to focus on is like you have choice, you have action, and the action that you do have is like that's what needs to always be exercised. Whether it's voting, whether it's speaking out, whether it's taking accountability for your actions and setting something up. That way you do have like a sort of safety net. That way, you know, if something does happen, you're good. But I think overarching answer would probably just be exactly what Jay said. It just takes experience. You have to take ownership of your actions and your accountabilities, past, present, and future, you know?
Yeah, I think that's a great point both y'all made. I think it also ties back into kind of like what you said for the last question, you know, not settling, right? Again, I reference the point I brought up earlier in the call, but we as black men always dealt the negative hand off rip, right? The moment you're born as a black man in this world, you already got a mark on your back. And it's not necessarily meaning, oh, like you have a disadvantage, but you know, in plain sight, that may not be the case, but in reality it is.
Yeah.
Right. You have the same type of education as, you know, a person who's not of color, right? And y'all can have the same thing, submit the same application, but you won't get the job because of your appearance and what that job wants to, you know, kind of have for their corporation, right? Whatever the case may be. But you also have to have an undying will to not give up, right? To persevere through whatever the case may be, right? Our ancestors, and I'm not going to dig too deep on it because I'm not as well knowledge in it or well versed in it, but you know, our ancestors weren't in the best situations being here, right? How they were treated and how they brought up, it's kind of the reason why we're oppressed, right? We're reviewed a certain type of way where we can't, you know, do certain type of things without getting looked at crazy. I think the biggest thing is like I was talking to this dude at the gym, and he's the reason why I kind of brought up these questions is, you know, just being a black person in America, right? It's already a negative thing. There's talks on the I forgot the word is reparations, right? But that's kind of like another thing I brought up, handouts. Like I don't want to accept no handouts. I don't want nobody to for me having my handout for them to say, hey, here, take this. Let me help you up. Let me help you reach what you quote unquote should have been at or what you should be having. Like, nah, I want to prove to myself that I can get it done without, you know, a handout, without being looked at funny, without trying to fit into a certain stigma that says, oh, this is a black man, but on the outside, it's a black man on the outside, but on the inside, he's a white man. Right. And it shouldn't be a case where you have to change who you are as a person. It should just be a mindset switch, a mentality swap. So instead of saying, I need this, this, and this, right? It's more saying, okay, cool. I'm going to go get this, this, and this. And again, it's kind of like Jay said, the question I brought up is like it's just a lack of self-awareness, right? A lack of being aware of what's going on around you, a lack of being aware of what you want to get done. And so many people move around nowadays without a plan, right? And I had a conversation with, I forget who the person I was talking with, but different person, we had a conversation. I'm like, look, the game of life is played upstairs first. You win upstairs first, you win everywhere else, because you can't do anything without a plan. You can. Is it going to work as good? No. Right? It's going to somewhat work out. You're going to get some type of results, but it's not going to get you where you need to be at, where you're aiming to be at. Right. So if you switch your mindset from saying, oh, I need help, to I want to figure out a way, and become more aware about what needs to be done and how to achieve that or whatever goal you got set, it's just going to propel you to be that better of a person. And it's going to put you in those rooms that you need to be in, right? Every room you step into there's a reason why you step into that room. The question truly becomes is whether your presence will be felt because A, you put in the work, or B, you got a handout to get where you're at. Somebody had to invite you to get to where you be at, right? I'd rather work twice as hard than the last person to get where I'm at right now than say, hey, this person come here and nobody knows me. My presence will be felt wherever I go. Any room I step in, you're going to know I'm there. And I'm getting that, just to backtrack a little bit, I'm getting that with work. Wherever I go, people know who I am. They know my face. They don't know my, they know my name. So when they put a name to a face, like, oh, okay, cool. This is who we're talking to, right? But again, I've worked hard for this. I worked hard for everything I've got done. I was so comfortable with, again, referencing what Jay said, getting the DoorDash, the Uber Eats, go and get the Canes down the street at 2:00 in the morning because that's the only thing open, or go get Whataburger, whatever the case may be. But, when I decided to lock in and take it a little bit serious on my health, I went on a multitude of different sprees with nutrition and fitness and testing myself in ways that I never thought I really would after high school, because after high school, time just kept flying by, right? I got my job. I got a corporate job. I was straight. I was set. Didn't have to worry about nothing. I was, I was stuck on where I was at. I got comfortable a little bit, and that showed in my appearance. And as time goes on, now I've built myself up to be, I stand with a taller frame now. I know when I step in the rooms, I know people looking at me. Do I pay it mind? No, because I worked hard to get where I'm at. I'm not saying, oh, this person, I took X, Y, Z to get to where I'm at. No, I put in the time in the lab, and I got myself busy, not only with working out, but also with my knowledge. Like, I would never thought at this point in my life, I had over 30 books that I didn't read, and I still got 12 more I could read this year, right? Like, I would have never thought that me dropping out of school, then getting to where I'm at was achievable if I didn't change my mindset early on, switch, hey, you got to do this for yourself. And nobody's going to do it for you.
Right.
So it's really, again, it's a mindset shift. It's you want to be, more self-aware, and you want to actually get the job done, as opposed to getting the handouts coming into that room. Y'all had some great points y'all brought up, bro.
No, I feel like you correct. Like, people aren't just going to give you the things that you want.
Mm-hmm.
Like, to expect somebody or just like, it's going to fall right here if I just keep my hands out.
Yeah.
It's going to fall it just don't happen. You really got to go out and get what you want, and plans help. You said it right.
So let me just, segue on to another one. Let me ask you first, Brother Miles. You take it wherever you want, but when you hear the term leader, what does that mean to you? What does that look like, and how can somebody embody being a leader in this world?
Right. I think I'm curious on all our experiences on what a leader looks like and what we deem deem a leader to be.
Mm-hmm.
But honestly, it's not that complicated, right? You'd want a leader to be calm. You want them to be. It sounds weird. I was just watching an interview, but you want a leader to have like sociopathic tendencies, right? You want them to be calm in intense moments. You want them to be even calmer when the intensity intensifies, right? And I think you want somebody who can communicate, not quickly. I'm not saying like in a rush or in a hurry or anything. Who can communicate clearly, who is in control of their own emotions, who can communicate their own emotions. Somebody who, of course, a leader takes charge, but he's not, he or she or they are not opposed to maybe supervising or taking a backseat. Are you zooming in?
Ooh.
Are you
Oh,
zooming in?
I don't know what's going on this camera. I just let it be, bro. I'm not even paying attention to what's going on. I'm locked in
I
on you
thought
right
this man was zooming in on his face.
now. No,
he
man,
talking.
I'm back.
I thought he was talking about me. I was like, nah, bro, I had to scoot over to get to my charger. That shit was.
No.
My camera over here zooming in. I'm doing the little iPhone
Dude,
joint.
I was about to be
Okay,
like, chill, bro. I can't move. My charger don't reach this far.
Nah, you straight. But again, just like, you know, somebody who's not afraid of taking the back seat, or more like a spectator position, just to evaluate, more of an evaluator role. You know, I think, yeah, you got to be a capable individual to be a leader.
Okay.
Because I think also, if you
Mhm.
think about it, you know, you got to take risks. You got to be okay with taking risks, but you also have to be okay if those risks don't pan out.
Right.
And going back to accountability, you just gotta, that's where it hits, right? You got to take accountability for the risks that you take. And I don't think a leader is far from a person who can do that.
Okay.
And in my own job line, I've seen some great leaders. I've seen some individuals who really fit the mold of what substantial leaders look like, and some not even like on higher totem poles. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to be on the highest totem pole to be a leader or to have people, you know, engaging with you as a team. You know what I'm saying?
I think you just that's why we call you Mr. Quote Man, brother. But that right there speaks
What?
levels on kind of what a leader is, right? Right. It's not necessarily saying it's never the top person, right? But it's those people who move with a certain type of degree, right? That they don't need confirmation to say, oh, I'm doing the right thing. They know what they're doing, right? They don't question anything. They show up
Yeah.
regardless of what's going on, and they take care of business. But I think, just to kind of take it away from you for a split second, brother, is a leader to me is a person who really reflects, right? In a world that's so fast paced nowadays, nobody really has time to reflect, quote unquote, time to reflect, because there's 24 hours in a day. There's no way you can't take 5 minutes and reflect on what's happened throughout the day, right? But somebody who takes that time out to reflect on what happened in the day, right, and remains calm, like you said, stays composed, right, regardless if somebody's in your ear barking you out like a dog, right? You stand there like a dog. Okay, cool. You control the room. You control where you at. You take advantage. You're fully knowledgeable about what's going on, the environment around you. Like, it's just somebody who's fully aware, somebody who reflects, somebody who knows what to do when things hit the fan, and who doesn't necessarily fret when situations aren't going right. But I think what you're saying, bro, that line alone just spoke more value into it, because again, it's not always people at the top.
No.
It's always, you know, somebody typically lower on the totem pole, but they just don't go unnoticed, and they don't really care about it because they're not aiming to be the person that gets to be in the spotlight. They're aiming to achieve what they're trying to achieve, and whatever the case that may be is. Jay, any thoughts, any feedback, what a leader looks like, brother?
Man, y'all really pretty much hit it on the nail, bro. Like, you know, just like Miles said too, like, you ain't got to be the top guy to be a leader. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You just got to be the person who like has leadership traits, regardless of the position he in. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can tell, you can walk in a room and just tell, like, who everybody respects as the leader in any situation. You know what I'm saying? Like, just if you, let's say you walk in a I don't know, shit. Let's say you walk in a football locker room. You know what I'm saying? You spend enough time around them people, like, you gonna know who these people look to as their leader. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna know if you walk in a place of business. You know what I'm saying? You may hear a couple names and see names with faces. So, oh, that's the guy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that guy ain't got to say too much. It's just the way he carry himself. You know what I'm saying? Just like the way they walk, the way they talk, the way they don't talk, the way they just calm. You know what I'm saying? You'll know.
Right.
And like just being, like Miles said, like being able to communicate, but like being able to communicate effectively under pressure. Like that's big. Cause it's
Yeah.
like it's easy to communicate when everything's sweet. Like when everything cool, when everything easy, when everything going swell.
Mm-hmm.
But like what I want to see is in times of turmoil, like are you gonna keep that same? Are you gonna be able to keep that same energy, or are you gonna fold? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because like we got this saying, like in the restaurant industry, right? It's like as me as a manager, right? If my team see me start to crash out, everybody gonna feel like they need to crash out because if they leader crashing out, that means something is you know what I'm saying? If they can't
Right.
rely on me to be the calming presence, why would they even have the reason to be calm themselves?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You're always being watched. You're always being looked at. You know what I'm saying? So if they see you freak out, oh, something must really be wrong. So we got to freak out too. If this motherfucker freaking out, then yeah, we got to freak out too. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
you got to be able to hold it together and remain calm. You know what I'm saying? Just remain calm under pressure. Don't change your demeanor. It's okay to be more stern in certain situations. You know what I'm saying? When shit gets serious at the end of the day.
Yeah.
But at the same time, don't confuse that you being more stern with freaking the fuck out or crashing out on somebody. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's all about really all of this shit is really like it presents itself under pressure mostly because that's when it's most needed. You know what I'm saying? Pressure make diamonds. You know what I'm saying? If you a diamond kind of motherfucker, it's gonna take that pressure to show. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
We playing Minecraft, it's easy to break the little grass
The block.
little grass box. It's easy. You can hit that with your hand with the little Minecraft character, but you need something else to mine that diamond.
Right.
Right or wrong.
Yeah.
Take a certain tool, it's like a certain level. You gotta dig a little deeper. You gotta go find a little outlandish spots. Places where motherfuckers don't want to go or don't have time to even think about going. That's where you find the diamonds at.
Yeah.
You gotta take them risks. Like Miles said, you got to be able to take them risks.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And all of those things, your ability to take risks, your ability to communicate under pressure, your ability to think outside the box, pull yourself out of everything and just look at stuff from a 50-point view in front of everybody and pull yourself out and be like, all right, this is what's going on right now. Literally like you in a fucking third, like you looking at everything from like the sky.
Right.
Like, okay, this is all the chaos going on right now. I've pulled myself out. Like, now what do I do? While everybody on all this in chaos, you able to do that as a leader and be like, okay, this is the next move. While everybody else is chaos and freaking out, you the only one that just pulled yourself out and be like, all right, this is how we about to move. And you execute that. Like that's golden, bro. That'll take you so far. You know what I'm saying? But that's my take on it, man. And yeah, you know,
I feel like we
kind of hit it on the nail right there.
Yeah.
live it on the real, but nah, I feel like it was a great conversation. Again, it's the whole point. Just for the viewers, man. The whole point of us doing this podcast, number one, is to get our thoughts from our being inside our head to out into the world and vocalize, whether it gets posted or not. Right. The main thing is to incite thought, give our perspectives on certain topics that we may discuss. Now, it may not always be current topics. It could just be just us kicking it, right? But again, it's just opens an environment for people to start thinking differently. It opens a pathway for y'all in the comments to join in on the discussion.
Oh yeah,
right.
please.
Whatever the case may be. So I appreciate y'all listening. We go on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, YouTube, whatever platform y'all want to get on, man.
TikTok.
Yeah, him on TikTok because you did on me. Even Instagram, man, whatever platform y'all utilize, man. I appreciate y'all, tapping in and listening. And we'll be back next week with a video, man. But y'all stay tuned. We coming back every Saturday by 2:00. Central Time, 2 p.m.
Chew.
We'll have it up, man. But appreciate y'all copping in. It's your boy Quan. We out.